Hi everyone! Welcome to something that is completely new and different for me. I usually only stream on Twitch, and every single other of my videos on YouTube so far have been edited down from those streams. But every now and then I come across games that I don't particularly want to stream, and that's for a lot of different reasons. But a lot of games I want to share with my community, but for different reasons, I don't think that they would fit in a stream setting. So I thought, why not make use of this YouTube channel and put out some original content? Some of these games would work better in a YouTube format, so I'm gonna try it out. And I'm gonna try it out first with this game that I was given a free key for. It's by Studio Adixalt. It is called The Misadventures of Laura Silver, and it is a mystery visual novel. They say that it has over 100 different decisions, multiple endings, and over 8 hours of total gameplay. And I have not checked it out more than just the Steam page. The Steam page is linked below, and it looks very interesting, so I'm super excited to try it out. And yeah, doing this is a little scary for me. So please let me know in the comment section or on Discord, on Twitter, or wherever you can get hold of me, how you like this series, and I might do a lot more of it. So we're gonna start out with chapter 1 of this game, and I am very excited to check it out and see what it's all about. So we're just gonna get started. Like I said, I know nothing about this game, but it looks super interesting, and I'm all for a visual novel that has actual meaningful decisions. So let us start. That might be a little loud. The clicking was super loud. Cooper, what is the name of the river in Pilsen? Radbuza, Miss Silver. That's the one. There were 2 fishermen on their boats, fishing on that river. Then they noticed a corpse approach them. How could a corpse approach them? If it is being dragged by the currents. I see. Then the fishermen pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. While they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came to life and attacked them. One of the fishermen charged this being, only to be killed right after. The other fisherman jumped into the water, trying to escape. He couldn't, though. The vodnik caught up with him. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this beast is the vodnik, the one that we are looking for. You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. Anyway, the vodnik pulled him underwater, just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of the jars. The old man unsheathed his knife and stabbed the vodnik. Who was this old man, Miss Silver? The fisherman. I see. The stab bewildered the vodnik, and so the old man could run away. And this is how we are able to hear of the incident. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Silver, but should I turn right here? The car rocks as Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. I memorized it. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the vodnik was supposed to store those guys' soul in. I thought you said jars. That was improvised. Oh. So, he may store them in other things too. Like, cups? Whatever they are, do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So, he's a mythical beast who kills people and stores their souls in cups or something. Plays the violin to lure people to him. Like a siren, but with a violin. You also stated that he likes to craft his jars in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea spirit who is an artisan, then. You can say that. So, at first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like Black Annis or the Great Vampire Carmilla. Black Annis used to scare me a lot. Anyway, in Czechoslovakia, you have a similar bedtime story, which is based on this sea monster. But our job isn't investigating a bedtime story. The vodnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked the fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounds rather hard to believe. Karat herself has talked to the other fisherman who witnessed the incident, so we can believe the credibility of the source. Karat tasked Skoda with taking care of the issue, but there's been no proper report coming from him. She also stated that he would give us the details about the mission, though I wonder what kind of detail we're speaking of here. Skoda? Skoda from Foreign Affairs? I guess. When did Mr. Skoda get transferred here? He's been here for almost half a year. He's a man known for his laziness. I doubt that he even tried working on the case. Mr. Skoda is a diligent man, Miss Silver. I disagree with your claim. Are we talking about the same Skoda? I can't exactly say that we have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Skoda working on the bureau. Just to be sure, you're talking about Zivan Skoda, right? Yes. Choices. I do like choices. I really hope that the choices that we make in this game actually matter, because I've played a lot of like story-heavy games lately where you make a lot of choices under the way and then you get to the end and they just don't matter at all, and I get very disappointed every time that happens. I assume they know Skoda because they work together. Take your list out. What list? I take a glance at my list. It doesn't say anything about the Vodnik, except for his name. Even though I tried many times to make sense of the scribble, the name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Silver? It'll take a long time to explain. I think we have the time. You know that we are doing a different job compared to Skoda's. He's a stationary officer in the Czechoslovakia, while we are a mobile task force. Yes? I shake the list in my hand. And this list is our task. A list of beings I should take care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampires, spirits, and many more in here. Did Miss Karat give you that? Well, no. Then who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. What kind of a being? He should know about this. It's best if I don't tell him anything else. Not one that you're familiar with. He doesn't answer. Who's that? Creepy little child? Part 1. Beginning. Czechoslovakian Republic, 1935. I wanted to read the rest of that, but okay. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. I was too late. So, this is our hotel. Even though I'm relieved that we could find one in this season, I can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes out his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy the luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as filmmakers. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor, next to the reception desk. He closes the door behind us. Cooper joins me at the reception desk. It seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He's writing something in a notebook. Miss Silver, I can carry your luggage to your room if you like. No need, Cooper. That is the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that we arrived a bit later than we should have. I tap my fingers on the desk, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face with baleful eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. You can't find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of year. We're off-season. Cooper tenses up quickly, checking my face to see if I am angry. Do you have a reservation? We know that we arrived a bit later than we should have. Cooper checks his watch again. We're deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour, when you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have any reservations? Cooper seems a bit dumbfounded by the repeated question, the receptionist seemingly ignoring his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Skoda booked any room for us? The man behind the desk sits up, his eyes shining. Zivan Skoda, you say? Yes. He tries to find something in the desk, opening one drawer after another. You two must be the filmmakers Skoda mentioned then. Your names, please. Exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Laura Silver. As he is searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience. He finally finds what he was searching for, and starts looking through the newfound notebook. I can clearly read Laura Silver and Orwell Cooper here. My last name most likely mistook because I'm working with a person blessed with the surname Silver. The man behind the desk shows us the notebook. Laura Silver and Orwell Copper. Oh, Copper, not Cooper. Easy mistake. He's also mistook my name, apparently. Skoda firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Copper. As Cooper gasps, the man behind the desk shakes my hand. Welcome to Hotel Pavla, Miss Silver. I am Jindrik Chalupnik. Nice to meet you. I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? Looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Skoda clears this misunderstanding, or you can admit that you're not the copper written here. Cooper looks at me, his expression as helpless as he could be. He probably wants to go to sleep during these hours of the morning. Miss Silver, aren't you gonna say anything? We're teammates. We need to back him up. If we start playing on our own team and leaving him behind now, we're gonna have problems later on in the game. There must be a mistake. It's true that our employer tends to forget names, so it's most likely that the telegraph has reached Skoda was miswritten. This man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he's the one Skoda mentioned to you. One would expect a chief detective to be more careful about giving the right name, but life keeps surprising me in the best ways. Cooper smiles with appreciation, as Mr. Chalupnik seems to keep his stoic expression. Miss Silver, you will have to forgive me my cautiousness. I am only doing what Skoda asked me to. What did Skoda even ask this man? Shooting a documentary shouldn't be considered suspicious activity. Cooper and I exchange glances. He points Chalupnik with eyes, begging me to speak. I'd be suspicious if I stood silent for too long. You don't have to ask for my forgiveness. However, this man is indeed the person Skoda was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I'd appreciate if you could hand Cooper his keys. Chalupnik stares at us for a moment, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So, you might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have Skoda's confirmation. Is he always this suspicious of customers, or does he have something against filmmakers? Chalupnik continues with his regular voice. I am asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Our disguise was supposed to help us avoid suspicion, but it doesn't seem to be working. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. I take my suitcase and turn right, towards the stairs. Miss Silver? I'll be back after I leave my suitcase. His expression softens. We can continue investigating then. But it is 2 o'clock in the morning. So? Cooper stops talking to me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching. Footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn to the right and see Skoda. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. You woke me up. Skoda, are you implying that the walls here are thin? If you're going to brag about how your hotel has the most soundproof walls in all of Czechoslovakia, I'd rather not. It won't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. Is he cranky because we woke him up? Though, it will be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Skoda, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the Cooper man. The Copper man. Sorry, I keep doing that. Mr. Skoda, please tell Mr. Chalupnik that I am the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. He is the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Okay. Chalupnik hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast is at 8:30 a.m. It'll be served on this floor. Isn't Skoda the only guest in the hotel? It's Hotel Pavla for you. We keep the hotel in top condition, even if only one person is staying at the hotel. I'm more of a resident than a customer, though. We've grown close to each other. Am I right, Skoda? Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to the room, then. Thank you. Follow me, Copper. Silver. So, does Skoda genuinely think that his name is Copper? Because that's kind of funny. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me. So they're not that close. The sound effects in this game are really, really good. I enjoy them a lot. And the art style, too. I'm enjoying the, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Nice to meet you again, Silver. He reaches out his hand. I shake it. Karat has mentioned you a lot during these meetings. Okay, so I don't think we want to get on Skoda's bad side. I have no idea how much we know about this guy. I think we're gonna ask, why are we here? I want to know why we're here. We're here to hunt monsters? I want something more specific than that. Could you tell us why we're here? Karat wrote in her telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. Skoda hands me an envelope. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he's opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. I mean, look at those eyes. Of course he's being suspicious. Karat has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. You shouldn't open people's letters like that, Mr. Skoda. Skoda smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the Bureau. Makes me wonder, why is Karat sending you there, here and there for their special cases? It's none of your business. I haven't received any information from the Bureau about the Vodnik or Pilsen for 3 months, but Karat sent me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. He's right. He is the one in charge of business in Czechoslovakia. Why would he want you to come all the way here? I don't understand that. Look, Skoda. Pull your gun out. That's a little aggressive. I don't think we're that kind of, I don't know what we are if we're cops, if we're in the Bureau, but I have no idea what we actually work with. It's a little too aggressive. Let's answer. We need to play this cool. Do you know anything about the Wish Granter? Wish Granter? Never heard of something like that. That's the reason why Karat has sent me here. Huh? That's all I can say to you. You could have given me a better explanation. Did Karat say anything about him in the letter? She didn't. Skoda looks it the other way. It looks like he didn't expect me to answer like this. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Silver. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I didn't even talk to Cooper about this, and he's my partner. You almost said assistant, didn't you? Look, Silver, you can't just brush my question off like that. It doesn't eliminate any of my suspicions, whether it's about you or Karat. What are your suspicions? I think I already answered why she's sending me for special cases. I still don't know who the Wish Granter is supposed to be. That does not count as a proper answer. I have to ask Karat if I'm allowed to answer properly. I can send you a letter on the matter if she doesn't reply while I'm in Czechoslovakia. You know that she replies everything late. He sighs. I don't think that you're cooperating with me. Look, Even though I'm angry that you opened my letter, I am trying to be civil with you. I'm just trying to do my job. We're both working for the same bureau. You sound like you're lying. Maybe you have trust issues. Whoa. You may be right. He pinches the bridge of his nose, then turns to Cooper. I didn't even welcome you properly. Skoda extends his hand to Cooper for a handshake. Nice to see you again, Cooper. Thank you for coming to get us, but it seems like we have disturbed you. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm probably the worst host you could ever get. I think I'd be worse. Silver? Let's go to the post office tomorrow morning and send a telegram to Karat. Sure. I have a hard time waking up in the morning, but I'm sure I'll be awake by 9 AM. We can wake you up if you want. I'm not an agreeable person when someone else wakes me up. I am shocked. I can imagine. He smiles. Before you make even more fun of me, I'll go to my room. Have a good night, Mr. Skoda. You too, Cooper. Skoda goes inside his room. I hear the lock of the door shutting tightly. Mr. Skoda is a good man, after all. Cooper smiles. So, shall we look at the letter? I take the letter out of the envelope. My dearest Laura, I hope that you're doing well in Pilsen. I got some information on Emil the Vodnik by a little trip to Bureau's secret archives and some interrogations. Copies of the document I found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you're done, alright? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Sincerely, Karat. 11th of December, 1935. I assume it's European date, since it's a European game. I could be wrong, but I'm making an assumption and I'm sticking with it. Honey? No wonder why Skoda thinks I'm being pampered by Karat. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. You were going to continue your investigations during the wee hours of the morning, Miss Silver. I don't think that's a good idea. I can manage without sleep. It's an order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. It's not an order, it's a request. I shrug and open the other document. The Vodnik of Pilsen, secret. This Vodnik appears as a humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. His hands are webbed and his eyes are the color red. Local drownings are said to be his work. After drowning people, he stores their soul in handmade cups. The ones who saw him work on his cups have informed us about his collection. Type, humanoid. Conflicting reports. Threat level, unknown, possibly dangerous. Habitat, water and swamps around the Radbusa River. Power, can shapeshift into liquid form. Maybe? Unmatched speed in the water, used to be a toy maker. Okay, I'm intrigued. I am very intrigued. I wonder if this is going to turn out to be real, or if it's going to turn out to be a hoax, or a prank, or something like that. I fold the document and put it into my pocket. Miss Silver, we should let everyone in the hotel know that they should be wary while handling water. We should have asked Skoda if he told anyone about it. We still can. Look at his face, he's so happy. He's precious. I like Cooper. He knocks on Skoda's door. Mr. Skoda, it's me, Cooper. Could you open the door, please? No answer. Mr. Skoda, we have to ask you something. I haven't told anyone anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Oh. Oh, alright. Have a good night, Mr. Skoda. So, Miss Silver, I'll let Mr. Chalupnik know. Why would you do that? You seemed eager to go to bed, though. I'm sure our safety is more important than 20 minutes of sleep. He smiles brightly. However, Miss Silver, you should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I highly doubt that I'll be sleeping. So the question is, should we go for it and just let him do his thing? Because I wonder if that might not be the greatest idea. I have a feeling that this is the kind of guy who will run his mouth and tell more information than we need to share. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like this is an option to stop him or come with him. You know what? Sure, I'll go sleep. Sure. I saw no need to disagree. Miss Silver, before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. Looks like your room is right next to Mrs. Goda's. Yeah. Mine is 107, so I'll be right across. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door, Miss Silver. Wait, Cooper. Yes? What are you gonna tell Mr. Chalupnik? I'll tell him that the water got infected and people advised us not to use the tap. That doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe... Yes, Miss Silver? I think we should find the water tank and close the valves that are connected to the external pipes. If we tell Mr. Chalupnik that the water is cut off in the hole of Pilsen, they won't check the water tank. What is it, Cooper? I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. It's for the safety of the hotel staff, so it's justified. Right. Now, do we know where the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor, or the basement if possible. I wonder if we could reach there without attracting Chalupnik's attention. Miss Silver! Yes? You mentioned that you had back pain while we were in the car, and you also are clearly tired. Yes? So, maybe you should go into your room and rest, and I'll close the valves. Will you really do that for me? Sure! You're too kind, Cooper. Have a good night, Miss Silver. Cooper, knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water is off. Alright, I'll see you in a moment then. I am not entirely convinced that we can trust Cooper. He was extremely eager to just go off and do this on his own. That makes me a little skeptical, but we'll see. Cooper waves at me as I open the door to my room. I take my coat off. Now, let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. It's a point and click? Oh my god. What if a group of creatures set up an ambush inside the closet? I slowly open the closet. It's safe. I want to take a look at the room before going in there. Oh, is this the bathroom? I guess. That's a tiny bed. That looks so uncomfortable. Sleep? Not now. I must check the room first. It's windy. I'd like to stay here. The night is as cold as my soul. But, is there a flower pot on the balcony? Those violets will die in this weather. I hear a knock on the door. Yes, Cooper? I closed all of the valves. That was fast. You're faster than I expected. I'll go to my room and check them as well. Good night again, Miss Silver. I nod. I should check the taps to see if Cooper was successful. I push the bathroom door. Huh? It's not opening. I pull the door, surprised by how it opens. Why would a bathroom door open outwards? Anyway. Should I remember that? Why would that be like a thing if that's not a thing that you need to remember? I turn the faucet on. Only a few drops of water come out. Cooper's done a good job. Other than that, it is a sink. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh no, I didn't! I saw the arrow and I accidentally clicked it. Oh no, I wanted to look at the rest of the room. I slipped the document I got from Karat into the notebook. I would rather spend the night interrogating Chalupnik of the employers, but I don't want to draw attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information without attracting suspicion, but Chalupnik seems eager to be suspicious of us anyway. I wonder if Skoda let something slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. I don't know if I should be prepared for a jump scare right now. I've always thought it's a useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What was that? There's a sound coming from the balcony. I throw off my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door. I get up, grabbing my gun from the table. I press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. I take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're gonna pull the balcony door open. 1, 2. Show yourself! No one is here. I notice the plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sigh while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? I put my coat and hat on. Checking my pocket watch, I notice it is already 8:30. I better go downstairs and meet Cooper instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. I don't believe that was just nothing. Considering the fact that she has been sent on a mission to hunt ghosts and monsters, I do not believe that random thing in the middle of the night means nothing. I notice a girl running up the corridor. When she sees me, she looks up at me with tears in her eyes. You! The lady with a dead person here! I believe that's me. Yes? I approach her. Are you the one who took my gloves? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen you around here before. You look suspicious. That means I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Who are you? You said it yourself. I'm the lady with the dead person hair. She pouts. Fair enough. I'm Pavla. The hotel's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Chalupnik, possibly his daughter. Did you lose your gloves, Pavla? Or maybe she was born here and was left to die. Then Mr. Chalupnik found her and named her after the hotel. That's morbid. Or she's a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Miss Silver, good morning. Cooper comes to the rescue. Who is this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Chalupnik. Are you the one who took my gloves, Carrot Head? She is rude. He laughs. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Miss Deadhair. Why do you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. Miss Silver! Cooper looks at me anxiously. I can't believe you've said that to a child, Miss Silver. What if I did? Ah! She starts crying. This is the last thing I want to deal with right now. I should have kept my mouth shut. Cooper crouches down. Miss Chalupnik? He takes out a notebook from his inside pocket. Miss Chalupnik, I think I can help you. What? Would you mind telling me what your gloves look like, Mr. Chalupnik? They're black. Cooper scrawls something on the notebook. What is he doing? How long were they? She points to her wrist while sniffing. They came up to here. They had floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. And they're bigger than my hands. Papa said I should wear them when I grow up too. Cooper shows the notebook to Pavla. Do they look like this? Yes. Cooper stands up. He puts the notebook away before I take a look at it. We'll be working on finding them, Miss Chalupnik. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah. After all, we are. Cooper looks at me for confirmation. He won't just tell a little girl that we are detectives, right? We research. We're researchers. Nice save, Silver. Pavla glares at me. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Can you find my gloves or not? We're going downstairs to see your father. Were you going downstairs to see your father, Pavla? She nods. Then let's go downstairs together. We want to talk to Mr. Chalupnik too. Okay, so we have a side mission now. Find the missing girl's gloves. Mr. Chalupnik is sitting at the reception desk as usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Good morning, precious metals. Good morning, Mr. Chalupnik. Pavla runs down the stairs, pushing Cooper aside. Cooper tries to regain his balance by holding on to the banister. Pabla! Papa! Chalupnik's eyes brighten as he lifts Pabla up and twirls her around in the air. Pabla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything alright, Pabla? You look upset. I am. The new customers upset me. I couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat that a little bit louder, dear? Unfortunately, Pabla's voice is quite audible. I didn't like the new customers. Especially that lady with the dead hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? I told you I didn't do it. You nails on chalkboard voice, little Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me with the same anxious expression on his face. Fine. I shouldn't get aggressive over what a child says. Silver, what is the explanation of this? I don't know. Seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. Random kids? My dearest Pabla is not a random kid. Pabla is cocking his snook at me. I'm trying hard not to strangle you, kid. I take it Silver does not like children? Just a gut feeling. I don't know what I'm basing that on. Now, Mr. Chalupnik. Let's not get mad. Chalupnik crosses his arms as he stares at me. He's doing something with his eyes. Is he winking at me? I see. He's doing this as an act to please his daughter. We'll be searching for your daughter's gloves in the entire hotel. We talked to Mr. Chalupnik a little while ago. Please take a look at this, Mr. Chalupnik. Looks like Cooper hasn't noticed Chalupnik's little act. He takes the notebook out and points to the page he scrawled some stuff on. The orange mister drew my gloves, Papa. He's done a marvelous job indeed. Draw? I take a look at Cooper's notebook. He's done a decent job. Maybe he can draw the beast that we're dealing with. That way we would have more information in the report to the mail. In the report that we mail to Karat. I like the orange mister, but Miss Deadhair is so lame. You're the one who's lame. What did Silver do to you, Pabla? She called me stupid. Uh-oh. I just thought that you could use some deductive reasoning if you're gonna blame someone. Deductive reasoning. Pabla hides behind Chalupnik. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for that. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. It looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan to getting into her father's attention. The worst kind of child. Are you sure, honey? Pabla nods. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or you're sleeping at another hotel tonight. Pabla cocks me a snook again. I've never heard that expression, but I like it. See if you can find one better than Hotel Pabla, dead hair. I don't know if there are any hotels nearby, and I don't want to sleep on the street tonight, that's for sure. Chalupnik winks at me again with a rather sad face. This time, I believe he wants me to apologize. Yes, we're gonna apologize. We cannot make this worse for ourselves. I'm sorry, Pabla. Didn't you hear me? We'll be fine if you find the one who stole my gloves. I sigh and take out my notebook. Now, when did you lose them? I think you mean, when did they get stolen? When did they get stolen? Just now. They went out the door. Huh? The gloves started hovering, and then they opened the door and they flew out. Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Yes? When did this happen exactly? A little while ago. I ran after the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. I see. You don't believe me, do you, dead-haired miss? I do. You don't look like you do. I really do. It's because you don't want to sleep on the street tonight, right? No, Pabla. I really do believe you. Miss Silver, is there any way the Vodnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Vodnik was inside the hotel, I doubt that he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it was just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. Chalupnik straightened up the moment I said ghosts. A ghost? A ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Papa just imagined it, Miss Silver. Papa, do you think it was... Chalupnik takes Papa's hand. Now, my angel, shall we search the hotel together? Okay, but only if you carry me on your shoulders. Sure, sure. Just wait a bit, darling. Chalupnik comes up to us, rather menacingly. Look, Silver, Cooper. He's talking in a low tone now. He doesn't want Papa to hear. I can't sense any friendliness in his voice. I see that you don't want to waste any time on this. I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pavla is a girl who's almost always scared of every little thing. She's not very strong. She even thinks that she sees her mother's ghost from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. Mr. Chalupnik, we're deeply sorry. If I hear you mention ghosts or any such nonsense around my child again, I won't let you get out of here in one piece. Hear me? I'm scared.